Alright, so let's go through this question 16b. So we are required to determine the integer value of k if p over k is a perfect cube. Okay, what is a perfect cube? Perfect cube just means can be cube rooted. For example, let's just say, I give you 8. So 8 can be cube rooted, right? So 8 I cube root will become 2. So in order to be a perfect cube, you must make sure that the power of the number, right, is a multiple 3. For example, let's just say, okay, this is 2 to the power 3. 2 to the power of 6 can also be a perfect cube. Then of course 2 to the power of 9, 2 to the power of 12. So you can see that these are all perfect cube because the power are multiple of 3. Okay, so how do we actually do this question? Very simple. First, p divided by k, right? The whole thing must be a perfect cube. Okay, look at p. P apparently is 2 to the power of 3 times 3 to the power of 2 times 5 to the power of 1. So what I want to do, because you want to divide p divided by something, right? And the whole thing must be, the number I get, right, must be a multiple of 3 in terms of the power wise. So I actually want to get rid of the 5 to the power 1. I want to get rid of 3 to the power of 2. Also meaning, for example, 2 to the power of 3 times 3 to the power of 2 times 5, right, to the power of 1. You divide by k. And what is my k? My k, I must make sure is 5. I also must make sure is 3 to the power of 2. In this case, you can actually get rid of 3 to the power of 2, 3 to the power of 2, right? Then of course, don't forget 5 to the power of 1, 5 to the power of 1. You get rid already. The whole thing right here, so this is p over k. So it's equal to 2 to the power of 3. So this is, the whole thing is p over k. So in this case, right, you already get a perfect cube. But sometimes they will change the question a bit. For example, instead of divide, now they say, find the integer value of k such that p times k is perfect cube. So how do we actually do this question? Very simple. Same thing. We write down the p. So p is equal to 2 to the power of 3 times 3 to the power of 2 times 5 to the power of 1. I need to multiply by integer value of k such that the whole thing is a perfect cube. So in this context, right, I simply just make sure that, 3 to the power of 2, right, I make it to 3 to the power of 3. Then 5 to the power of 1, I make it to 5 to the power of 3. How do I do that? I can actually do this. For example, this p 3 squared times 5, 1, right? You times the k. So k is, of course, 3 to the power of 1. Because 3 to the power of 2 times 3 to the power of 1 is 3 to the power of 3, right? Then next will be 5 to the power of 2. 5 to the power of 2, 5, 1 times 5, 2, right? Is 5 to the power of 3. So this will give you equal to 2 to the power of 3 times, so you can see, right, 3 to the power of 3 times 5 to the power of 3. So the whole thing right here, you can see that it is actually a perfect cube already, because all the numbers, the power, right, is a multiple of 3. So that is how they will actually test you on this type of question.